Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today I have 5 teams for you for the All-Seeing Eye faction event this weekend. High, mid, low to get it done quickly. And I got Pure 500 and Deathless 500 teams. Just like last time and going forward, at least for this month. All these teams you can see on the stream I did earlier today. If you want to see me construct them, make them, more reasons why, them going into fights like doing the 500 Perfection live on video, the Deathless 500 live on video. If you want to see all that, go check out the live stream. There's way more information there, just making these for the people that don't have time to watch the live streams. Alright, this is the low level team. So the low level team, I went with Golden Cog, Rowan, Tacet Warrior, and the Leprechaun. So no mythic, no legendary, no crazy weapons, just stuff that you should have at this point in the game if you're a beginner. Rowan, always a good option if you have access to green or blue. This time we have blue. I think it's blue and green, right? It is All-Seeing Eye, so I think it is. It's blue something. Well, blue includes Rowan. And it must be blue-green because I got Tacet Warrior on the team as well. So you take your Rowan team that you are farming City of Thieves with, I hope, or some faction with. You can't use Clockwork Sphinx because Clockwork Sphinx is purple and brown. So instead we put Tacet Warrior on there for some backup damage, some more armor. What you want to do here is cast your Leprechaun. That's going to get up your Rowan. You cast it, you win. But once that stops working, you're going to have to start casting the Golden Cog onto your Rowan to give it more damage. You know, it boosts off of armor. Golden Cog gives armor. And then even later, you'll have to cast your Tacet Warrior onto your Rowan as well. It will do damage and give your Rowan more armor, and then your Rowan will do more damage. So, really good team here. Totally recommended for beginners, Rowan. If you want to use something else, Triple Balder with the blue weapon would be the other low-level team I mentioned on the stream. Alright, here is the mid team. This, the mid and the high, both teams I showed earlier this week on the Tuesday faction event, because I guess they shared common colors. We got Holy Saint Astra, Tesla, the Ruby Weapon, and Leprechaun, I think. Going in treasure multiplier order here, this is me actually doing the event, recorded some fights for this video here. Holy Saint Astra, 50% starts humans. I made my hero human, and Tesla's human, so they're both getting a 50% start for that. Holy Saint Astra is green and yellow, so it's not blocking anything else on the team, so I'm just putting it in first slot. I don't do that very often, but it seemed to work for this team. Tesla is our main damage dealer, hitting all enemies, boosts off of armor, all ally and enemy armor. We got the Ruby Weapon, who is also true damage to all enemies, and uses brown, so it's not getting totally blocked by Tesla like a double Tesla. So I kind of like this better than a double Tesla is basically what it is. So if you don't have the Ruby Weapon, no problem. You can still do this team. You just have to change the order around a little bit. Use a different weapon. Maybe use double Tesla. Or not. You'd probably be fine with one Tesla. Leprechaun, once again, it's on every team because it's the best thing to get going quickly if you don't have Kafru or you know, Zarg or something like that. So almost every team. But yeah, it's a Tesla team. If you don't have the Ruby Weapon, do like Explodey, Mortal Chain, or any kind of Explodey weapon in first slot. Tesla, Leprechaun, Holy Saint Astra, or something like that. Or just double Tesla with Holy Saint Astra or Leprechaun, or whatever you want to do. But some sort of Tesla team is my recommendation for mid. For low, it's Rowan or Balder. For mid, it is Tesla. Alright, so the high level team. Oh, I went with War Priest there because I'm assuming, you know, it's a really good idea to be doing these faction events because you get 2 class experience instead of 1. You get so much gold, you get orbs, you get vault keys, you get diamond. You get so much good stuff for each fight. It's amazing. Like one of the best events in the game to be doing right now because they're so potent and very smart, and every fight is very fruitful. But yeah. What is this? This is our high-level team. So let's say you have access to everything in the game and you just want to get it done as quickly as possible, which I think you could get it done in as little as an hour. 20 minutes a day you could get this thing done. I promise you. Maybe an hour and a half. 2 hours max if you're going slow. You got to go to like level 290, 300 or something. Somewhere around there. I always forget. On Tuesdays it's 90. And then on the weekend one, maybe it's 270 just 3 times. But we got Chrysantherax, Zarg, and Miraji Queen. So Chrysantherax hits the hardest in the game of anything in the game. Zarg Boompile, we can't use Pharaoh Khafru, so it's doing the Pharaoh Khafru thing, but instead it's exploding skulls. And then the Miraji Queen is 50% starting the Chrysantherax. So if you are high level, you know this is what's up. And I did 500 by accident on stream, and it was still fine. So it'll take you all the way to 500 if you need it to. And it's the fastest thing in the game. And you could put any other hard-hitting elemental in first slot and do the same without, if you don't have Chrysantherax, but your hardest-hitting elemental in first slot. You could even do just Stellarix with the Sensia or something like that. Some similar team like this is what I would recommend. Your strongest dragon, a 50% start with 2 Zargs. So that's what's up for this event. That's how you can get it done as quickly as possible. Use Chrysantherax or your strongest dragon for high-level players. Use Tesla if you're mid, and use Rowan or Balder if you're low level. Alright, here is the Deathless team. It's pretty much the same as always. So, not much to say here. It's High King Irongut, Essence of Evil, Zolgoth, Leprechaun. I use this anytime I can. There is one little thing. The only time this team ever fails for me is if I get death marked or something like that, and then the death mark goes off on like second turn somehow. And that is possible here because there is a troop on the enemy team in the first fight and the last fight that when you damage it, it death marks like a random person on your team or something like that. So you gotta watch out for that. Maybe use Orpheus medals. Make sure you use Elementalist class. I use Essence of Evil because it just works for me. I can target enemies to curse them. I can target enemies to tie them up. I can use it for its terror. So I like it better than the wand. But High King Irongut mostly is what you're going to do here. You cast your Leprechaun. You hope you get up your High King Irongut or at least your Essence of Evil. If you don't get up your High King Irongut, you then cast Essence of Evil either on first slot or last slot. Depends if you're playing defensively or offensively. Playing defensively, then you do first slot, so they can't hit you. You know, you're tying up first slot, so you don't get hit with skulls. If you are playing offensively, you'd hit their last slot to terror it, and then maybe it gets instant killed. Which you'll see in one of these fights here, it actually works for me there. So you got 3 instant kills with this team. You got High King Irongut, you got Zolgoth, and you got Terror. So use your High King Irongut and devour at least twice, and then you cast Zolgoth, and then by that time, your High King Irongut has so much stats that the skulls that Zolgoth throws up on the board, you'll use those to kill the last thing on the team. That's about it, man. But I want to stress that I think you guys should be doing these faction events, at least 99% of you. If you're super duper beginner or you're super duper endgame, which to be super duper endgame, you'd have to be further than me. Further than me, pretty much. So those are the only people I feel like shouldn't be doing this weekend. You can get 500,000 plus gold. You can get 4 orbs, which everybody needs orbs. I know they're not like major orbs, but I still feel like everybody needs. If you just get a regular like glory orb, like the bronze one, that'll account for like a Nisha medal or an Anu medal or something like that. Instead of doing Explore or something, like if you're not doing this, you should at least be doing PvP. You know what I mean? Like there's some game modes that are just not as good as this. You get stuff from every fight, you get stuff from every layer, you get overall rewards for this, and it's so quick and easy, and it's the event. Like, why do the devs put these events in if you're not supposed to do them? Like, if you're going to do whatever you want to do, then go play Grand Theft Auto, run over hookers, jump over buildings, like, you know what I mean? Like, the game is a daily event type of game where you play the events that are for the day, you know what I mean? Like Monday is the guild event, Tuesday's faction event, Wednesday's the pet, Thursday's the class event, weekend there's a solo event. You're supposed to be doing those. So too many people are giving themselves the excuse these days to not do faction events, to not do Underspire, and it's crazy to me. But I'm just trying to help. Do what you want to do. It is a game, but if you see one person out there doing this and they have a reason that they're doing that, you probably can't say the same thing, and you should probably still be doing the faction event or the Underspire or whatever it is. So, just trying to help. If you want 500,000 plus gold, if you want orbs, if you want a gold elite, if you want a kingdom level and power up your whole, if you want to do all that, then you should be doing these. Alright, here's the pure faction. I did this on stream, so if you want to check out the actual level 500 pure faction, go check out the stream I did earlier today. It went well. I don't want to give up like what happened, but I don't want to spoil it, but go check it out. All-Seeing Eye is in the, easier side of the middle. It's not the easiest. It's definitely not the hardest. It's on the easier side. You got some good troops there. The new troop isn't that good. I don't like it. It's kind of a nothing burger. You got a better troop already with Ocularan that does kind of the same thing, but way better. Ocularan turns brown to green, hits 2 enemies, loops back into itself, and it's still your turn. While the one we got today is like turning brown to purple, eliminate a random skill from an enemy or something stupid. And why would you want to change brown to purple when you could change it to green and do damage and loop back into yourself and do damage again? That's way better. So we got the Ocularan Leech, right? The Ocularan, the Watchmother, and the, what's the bottom one? Oh man, I always forget that one's name. I think we're about to see. Come on. What's it called? Ready? Zeradar. It's completely different than every other name. Alright, so the main thing you're going to do here is look for your conversions and only cast Ocularan and Zeradar when they have their conversion, meaning that you'll get an extra turn when you cast it. So you want to make sure when you turn brown to green that you get an extra turn. When you turn yellow to skulls that you get an extra turn. So save their spells for when that's possible, or at least when you're finishing off the enemy or something like that. Don't just cast it willy-nilly. Ocularan Leech, you're going to cast quite a bit. You're going to steal all the enemy strength and give it to yourself, and then you're going to take skulls. So those are kind of like 2 different focuses with this team. First focus, blow up the board with Ocularan Leech, steal all the enemy's attack, build up your attack super high, and take skulls. Second thing you're going to want to do is look for conversions for Ocularan and Zeradar, and only cast them when they actually get an extra turn. They have their conversion, they have alignment. Third thing is, don't cast Watchmother until you lose a troop, so you can always have a summon. Unless you're way out ahead and you just want to give yourself some life, and you're not planning on losing a troop, then you can cast it if nothing else is going on. So Watchmother is the thing I would cast the least. Ocularan Leech is probably the thing I'm casting the most. And then Ocularan's probably next. It kind of weakens up the enemy team. And then Zeradar's like a finisher to finish off the enemy team. You have a bunch of attack with Ocularan Leech by that time. By the time you get alignment with Zeradar, there's probably only 1 or 2 enemies left. Then you cast it. Bang, you smash them with spell damage and skulls. And it's pretty cool. So really easy. Just mirror the enemy's final battles team. So if you look at your level 500 pure faction and you go and you click on the final fight, the boss fight, and you look at what the enemy team looks like, that's exactly what you want to do. Just mirror their team. And it's an easy way to remember what the pure faction team is for All-Seeing Eye. It's just the final battle team from the enemy. But yeah, that's it. Let me know in the comments if you're doing it, if you got it done, how far you are. I just want to say good job and, thanks for listening. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow, streaming 10 a.m. EST. Hope to see you there for spoilers and just playing the game normally. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Too good about the channel down below. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.